Hey, welcome guys, and welcome to a new episode of Hunt for Prototech. Yeah, I was thinking of the name again. I'm not gonna remember the name, am I? I have it written down on the episode, so I will not forget. Luckily when uploading. But this is the Hunt for Prototech, and we're already at low energy. I did not prepare this one. Let's see. Well, last time we placed a new wind turbine tower. I hope you can see that one. It's to the right. It's the right one if you can see it. And of course the machines, and we started our welder array. Hopefully that thing we can finish today, or most of it today. It is mostly there, it just needs all the welds. For that we do need to have access to the blocks. So let's try and get that access. Okay. Now we can go try and do both of these in one go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's slowly get these things. Well, if you are here and you are enjoying these episodes, I'm not begging you, but I'm hoping you would be less interested, that you can subscribe to my channel. Because, well, it's free. You can always change your mind if you don't like it anymore. And when you're subscribed, you will never miss a new episode, because you get message when I upload. Because the upload schedule, especially the first few, maybe little bit of time, will be very irregular, because I'm not used to it, so I won't be counting on that I will have a very constant upload schedule. It will be random all the time. Also, my oxygen bottle was empty, I just saw. I did pick up some ice in the very first episode, so we are very good on ice for a bit, for oxygen at least. Eventually I want to have it so that at least we're not reliant on ice for oxygen anymore, only for hydrogen. Because this planet has very low oxygen, it's not enough to breathe in directly, but you can use a vent to suck in the oxygen, store it in a tank, and then you can use the tank to fill up your bottle. This episode I want to at least finish the welder array, maybe start on a third wind tower, maybe start on a fourth eventually. Don't think I can make that. At least finish the floor for what we have right now. And slowly start hooking up these machines around the back towards to this, because, well, we need to have items flowing in there directly to make ships. We're getting low on iron already, so we're gonna have to mine up more not long from now. Ooh, that's not a good sign. I have not found a single... I only found nickel so far. Of everywhere I've been, I've only found nickel. Well, I've not been that far or anywhere really. I need to make that miner I showed last episode. It is a beautiful miner. It's a big miner. That's the main thing. It's a big ass miner. It has a ore detector, and it has 2 hydrogen tanks, 2 large cargo containers, 5 drills, a lot of hydrogen thrusters, 2 big ones at the back and a lot of small ones all around it, including the back. It has a lot of gyros to move, so yeah, it may be a bit difficult to get that thing built anytime soon, especially this episode. Next episode maybe. May even be an episode after that, because it is not the cheapest build you can make. I do want a better welder eventually. Also, I want to weld a ship because it is more useful, because it can reach higher places. Because this is walking and you need to place a scaffold of blocks everywhere you want to reach. Which is not the best way or the fastest way in any possible dimension. It is still night. Well, I think this episode we're not going to be having a day episode either, because I put up the day cycle not to 2 hours like it's normally. It's now 4 hours. So it will be 2 hours of night and 2 hours of day, depending on where you are on the planet. If you're higher up, then it's different. For example, I don't know what the planet has for an axis, but on the equator, or at least directly on the sun, you're having 2 hours and 2 hours. Don't know where I am here. I think I'm somewhere in the middle, but I have no clue. I've not played Space Engineers enough, and I'm not used to be flying around planets enough that I can identify on my surroundings where I should be at, somewhere on the planet. Some people can, I can't. I need outsiders' help for that, or just not know. Don't mind not knowing. Not knowing is sometimes nice too, especially when you are going blind into something. I'm not going blind into this, but I'm going somewhat blind into this. Could be more blind. It's not super blind. Also, I need one specific thing still. Piston tops. And these curved conveyors. At least if I want to have items flowing through. Okay. This is gonna take a bit to build. At this rate, we're gonna slowly get to where we need to go. It is a very slow process. Oh, that's 200. That's a bit much. Maybe like 40 is enough. Yep, 8 is the max. I always forget how much the max is, and sometimes I don't count. Oh, doesn't help. So many small suit tubes for this as well. Luckily, they are extremely cheap to make. 0.2. It's almost as cheap as the steel plates in this mod. The construction components are expensive. Half for construction components. That's where the costs are going to in this mod pack. Wow, that's a good expense. That's the most expensive one. Oh wow, I did not expect that one. Oh, a lot of motors again. Let's just put this one in. This little lot in. Ouch. That's 3 damage? 3 HP of damage for that little drop. Sometimes the drop is like 10 high and you get barely any damage, and then the drop is much higher and you basically break every bone in your body. Wait, no, not much higher, much lower. And you break every single bone in your body. Don't know why that is happening, don't know why it's a thing, but it is. Oh, this is getting scary close to 500, and that's all I've got. Okay, we have now this little row of conveyor tubes. Ow, there's another 4. Okay. Ooh. We have to do another 8. And 3 more, so total of 11. That's 66 motors. That's a lot of motors. slowly but surely we're getting there. So such a slow job. Yeah, manual part is not a fun part. It's just slow, and now it seems like it's day again, whilst it's still in the middle of the night. If you look up, you see stars, which is only in the night. But this fog makes it look like it's middle of the day. I always get fooled by that. Also, we have only like 240 iron left total. That is painfully low. Okay, we're getting close. You, and you. Let's charge up a bit and heal up a bit, because we're also getting low on health, and at this rate we're gonna die. I don't want to die. I want to try and stay alive forever. If I can do it. I don't put it on like a hardcore mode. If I die, I die, but I don't want to die. If I can help it. Like, let's just try not to die in this whole series once. That's the other mod. This mod is we haven't seen yet. This is the first time we see it. They generally don't fly close to base. I've only had it once that they actually attacked me. But that was because they flew way too close. And they don't just shoot Gatling guns. they shoot rockets and artillery. They shoot a lot of stuff you don't want to deal with. You can't get close to them with a jetpack as well. That's a destroyer. That is one of the more dangerous ones. That has rockets. A lot of rockets. These destroyers normally have a lot of rockets. Yeah, I'm not fond of that mod. No, well, I am, but not if they attack me once, whilst I have nothing to defend myself with, except for a pistol. A pistol to defend yourself against the whole warship is not gonna work. At least, I would argue it's not gonna work, because, well, a warship is built to withstand multiple rockets and a whole barrage of Gatling fire. Not a couple bullets from a handgun. That fits in your hand. So yeah, this thing is looking beautiful. Now it's just the part where I have to start building it up. Oh no, aluminium plates for this thing? Oh, that's gonna be not that fun. I need to find a drop somewhere. There's not a single signal. Because we don't have aluminium yet. Don't know when I'm gonna have it. But we don't have it yet. And I don't think we're gonna have it anytime soon. I don't like that one. Why aluminium? Ooh. That broke my fall. Nice. Also, this area is just so I can place down the stuff for. Well, I may need to place something down here. More specifically, a rotor with a small rotor head that has a projector hooked up to it and small blocks where I can hook up the blueprint to, so it can be built. I hope I place something on the blueprint that allows me to fit the... I could do it upside down. This blueprint is capable of flying upside down, no problem, especially when it's empty. Even when it's full, it should be able to. Unless you have a mod that increases the storage capacity of containers, but we'll see. I don't have that one, so. Vanilla, it can easily fly up and down. It cannot fly on the side. When it's full, when it's empty, it can, no problem. The side has the side has, I think, 5 thrusters. The front has 6, so it can also not fly straight down when it's full. It can when it's empty. So you can just easily go down to a vein. No matter, no problem. You can easily hold the ship in the air. But once you start digging, I recommend not pointing down or sideways. You can, it is still capable of holding out quite normally, but once it's getting closer to full, it will not have enough power, so it will slowly tip towards the ground. And once it hits the ground, you probably will not be able to get it out anymore without blowing stuff up. Especially since this one is the bare bones, so it will not be having any armor around the hydrogen tanks and the containers. Oh, that was a fall. Serious. Also, let's get here. That is almost in the stone. That's the ice. That's the rock layer. Let's go a little further. I don't want to dig up ice. Let's get some rocks going. Nice, and then we place that in this. This is higher yield, by the way, than the smelters have per 100 stone. Of course, eventually you want to have the smelters because that has a higher yield in the actual ores. This one has a high yield in the stone, so this is just recommended for the stone. In my opinion, at least. As far as I'm aware, this is just way better for stone. Yeah, inventory full. Okay. This is a slow process, by the way. Smelters are way faster. It's just the yield is significantly lower. Jeez, what is it? What is this guy breathing? Stop breathing. Stop breathing. Take away oxygen. Yeah, well, that makes him stop breathing. I mean, only it will never breathe again. That's the big difference. I tried putting down the volume that I didn't hear it breathing so much, but well, eventually we're gonna have very much enclosed areas, so we don't have this the whole time. Oh, that's the first meteor storm, and if it hits any of my base, I'm gonna be furious. I probably will reload, because, well, what am I gonna do about it? I have nothing to take out the meteorites with. Oh, you're going very close. You're clearly going over, but you're terrifying close. But this is what I try. This is meteors. They bring in some rare materials, maybe some bauxite. Bauxite is exactly what we need right now for the bottom panel. So if we have some bauxite in, that is gonna be huge. Well, my inventory is full, so going in and try and dig up something now is not useful because we have no storage. Also, why is it? You are a kid. Oh, this is not gonna be fun. A lot of gravel. Oh, we have like 900 iron. So that's good. We do have way too much copper, way too much silicon, and way too much nickel. That's beside the point, right? Yeah. Also, that sound is exactly what we need for aluminium as well. Because that is a drop, and we need drops for some aluminium plates. Not much, just some. We have no aluminium plates, so yeah. See, that's the only option. Get some. Okay. I try to stay in this for now to pick up the gravel and the iron once it flows in to prevent this thing from clogging up very quickly. Somewhere around here there should be more. That is the not so fun part about not having a vehicle yet. You have to do everything from the eye level, especially when you're walking, and well, good luck finding anything walking. Because well, impact craters are not high up. Also, that's 2 kilometers away. Why is it not even close? 2 kilometers away with 10 meters a second? That is 200 seconds of that. Now that's almost 300 seconds, by the way. That is 5 minutes of walking. Don't know who is waiting for 5 minutes of walking, but I am not. So let's hope the other side has some beautiful craters as well. With we passed one of the craters. Does this have anything? This one has nothing. Nice. Let's walk a little bit this way to see if there is another crater somewhere in this area. Like, we need some bauxite, and these craters may even have it. So yeah, they have titanium, they have uranium, they have bauxite, gold, platinum, all that stuff. Which is everything I need to have anything going. Uranium eventually is not going to be enough from craters. You get maybe 5 uranium over the next 20 episodes from craters if we have a bit of luck. 5 uranium is nothing. And we need to burn everything for spent uranium for the composite things. So yeah. Gotta be fun. But interior plates or aluminium plates. Where are they? Well, they are, you know where they are, but where is the bauxite? Because I have not found a single crater that has, or anything else than nickel, in the entire area. Sure, this mod makes it a lot more difficult to find anything in the first place, but still. I'm gonna probably start making a simple little vehicle very soon that doesn't do anything else than carry a little bit of stuff and drive around scanning for resources. Also, the arrow should have fallen somewhere in this little lower area. At least if I had calculated in my head how far they should have fallen. It's no further than this. like it's sometimes very difficult with these things to know where they exactly fall. Sometimes they look like a lot closer, but aren't. Ooh, those are huge craggies. Oh my goodness. Small rovers will be non-existent once they hit one of those craggies. Those are not even craggies, those are crags. Craggies is for small little craggies like on the Earth-like planets. This is crags. Those things are huge. Massive. Huge, massive chunkers of craggies. Well, at least I recommend not trying to get in those. At least we have some iron, because stone gives quite a lot of iron. Which I can work with. Those look like meteorite hits, but I don't want to walk further that way. I think I'm just gonna start hoping for another signal close to base, and or a meteorite with bauxite relatively close to base. Maybe I'm gonna place a metal detector or detector is the same thing. It's just different naming in this mod pack. On top of my respawn pod that is going to try and locate anything nearby. I do know there is a beautiful ore patch somewhere that way, but walking there is not going to be an option because it's inside the cliff side. Inside the cliff, all the way on the bottom, that is not walkable, and even if you're jumping, sorry, even if you're jumping, try and get back up without running out of power, because you can dig up, but you don't have enough power for that. Let's give more. Let's give some iron, like 1,000, to this thing, because this thing is a plate stamp. Where are you gonna make plates? In a plate stamp. Oh, I may have put up the refinery and assembler speed too high. That's why the other one is as fast as the plate stamp in my other world. This is not the speed they should go at. Not at all. Well, next episode is gonna be lower speed. This is way too high. This is not realistic enough. Or workable. We need electromagnets, so we need 5 times 8, so 40. Single wind turbine takes 24 copper wires. Oh, that's also true. We have a wire drawer. Let's go. Give me that copper. Wire drawer, we can easily say 2,000 copper wires. Give me that. And what else can we do? We have, of course, an extruder for small and large steel tubes. That's even better. So if we say, say, give 500 iron to me, you go to the extruder, you place it here. Oh, you can make this. And it all has their own storage area, which is larger than anything else. So we have no problems doing this. 4,000, 4,000. This one has another 4,000. So we don't have to worry about storage for a while anymore. Technically, we don't have to at all because we have a transport container. For silicon and nickel, we can use that very well because those are not needed in the early game as much as you think. Like, this is fully out of copper and iron. Iron, 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 copper, iron, silicon, copper, glass and copper, 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 iron, copper, iron, copper, iron. Nice. Sulfur, copper, iron. There's no nickel in any of these basic components, not even the one bit of nickel. Absolutely nothing. Which is crazy. Given that you get it as a basic resource when you cannot even make it. You can't even use it. This is rubber, gold, and copper. This is iron, iron, and iron. So yeah. Also, we are gonna need to recharge and refill our oxygen tank. Woo! Nice seat. It's a bit small for you, maybe. And how do you get in? How do you get in this seat? Because it doesn't seem like you have a lot of space to get in. Unless this screen at the front can move forward, I would imagine so. If not, how do you get in? That's 400, that is 500, that is 600. Yep. Now we have a lot of gravel again. There's the 5k, nice. Now we have 3 little batches of gravel. Too many pieces of gravel. Also, gravel is in this mod pack a lot more useful than you think. Because, you remember this is all from iron plates? Steel plates? That is for now. Eventually, this is all gonna be concrete. And that means a lot of concrete. And how do you make concrete? What is this? Oh, this is chute. Yeah, I'm gonna use chutes as well for fires and stuff. But how do you make concrete from gravel? So gravel is actually gotten used in this mod pack. Also, I have beacon cannons. I feel like these are the best. This is the best mod pack for weapons in the game. You can actually get somewhere on the workshop. It's one of the best ones. And of course, aluminium. Those are very light, but less durable than steel. And it is aluminium, so these are all the weapon blocks, as far as I'm aware. I don't know what the warhead tier 5 does compared to normal warhead. Also, these are deuterium fusion reactors, like I said at the beginning. This is not overpowered. You would say it's overpowered, sure, it is a lot of power for a single reactor. But to get that deuterium for these reactors is hundreds of thousands of pieces of stone, or tens of thousands, or even hundreds of thousands pieces of ice. Only way to get deuterium is ice or stone in this mod pack. Sure, normally you have deuterium as well. Maybe you still have it here. I don't think you have it. I haven't seen it in a while. Even if you have it, it's very, very, very rare, so it doesn't give anyways. A lot of it anyways. So yeah. Also, these are all the thrusters. I'm gonna be using for a while the normal hydrogen thrusters, because these things require tier 2 hydrogen components, tier 3 hydrogen components, tier 4 and tier 5. That is unaffordable because the tier 5s take titanium from this specific mod pack. So not the titanium from Industrial Overhaul. This is all the power blocks. I do want some winterbars like this, maybe. This is eventually going to be the large one. You see how much optimal clearance it needs for the optimal power? 50 meters of height and 100 meters of clearance to the left and right. I think it means a total clearance from left to right. Otherwise it's a bit weird if the height is 50 and yeah. I think it needs 50 by 50 by 50, so 100 by 100 clearance. That is 10,000 blocks? Oh, 10,000 meters. 10,000 meters. Yikes. And this is gonna be one of the good ones as well. This is a full spectrum solar panel. It even generates power in fog or darkness. It is lower, but it still produces. And these things are gonna be very useful if I can figure out how they work. because these things are gonna be generating steam that then can be generated into actual power. It is just a problem. I cannot fly, and the minimum depth is 150 meters, and optimal is 250 meters. It's a bit hard to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna probably go for deuterium reactors most of the way, or nuclear reactors, obviously, which also is based on steam. Or the solar compensator you can also use for steam. But yeah, this is 500 steam, which is 500 megawatts with these turbines. So it's not as simple as you think. It is not as simple as you think. You would say it is, but it is not. And these are all the production blocks. So yeah, you see titanium, that is the Wader's titanium. It can be refined from tier 4. So you're pretty much gonna be out and about trying to get this refinery for a while before you can even start thinking about like, oh, and yeah, oh wait, I was always looking for those. Oh, they're in heavy industry. Okay, nice. And I have the heavy mining drills. Those things dig up hundreds of thousands of stone per meter because of the huge area they dig into. If I place one of those things underneath my base with like 5 pistons hooked up to it, I will be fine for iron. Probably a whole capital ship. Problem is that it takes 22,000 steel plates just to build one. Although in this mod pack that's not the worst. I do want to try and learn how to work with automatons. I do not know how. So yeah, also it's asphalt, which also need concrete. You can actually make roads, which is even better. And this is the Prototech Plus. You can make these things yourself. It just takes Prototech units, which you cannot make yourself. Unless you have a Prototech assembler, which you cannot make yourself. Oh, order text, how much? A kilometer. Wow. The highest one I've got now is 200. Ooh, that is 7,500 Prototech panels. 5,000 construction components. 300 Prototech units. How expensive are these things? This thing must be. This thing must be costing a flipping loads of money. A real gun. Artillery turret. It has a 5-kilometer range. Oh, and it takes a Prototech Sabot. It is even shooting Prototech things. Yeah, I'm looking through this, but yeah, this is kind of the episode. And in the episode, I did show you everything we have in the mod pack. Mod packs I'm using for it to be a little bit more fun to play with. I'm hoping to be able to get a unknown thing close by, so we can get some aluminium for this place. Give me the production blocks. We must make, where is it? This thing. Oh, we need to make a small vehicle. Okay, let me set up a small wheels. This is the only one we can afford. This one is gonna be horrible to use. We cannot make another one because wheels take. Where is it? Rubber. These things you don't see because it's just the suspension. But the wheel takes rubber to make. Rubber we need to have a huge thing for that generates rubber. We need like 3 machines for that. One of them takes 8 megawatts. To make rubber flapping wheels, we need to go for metal wheel suspensions, which are very small for small grids, so we cannot make a big rover. I'm gonna make it bigger than my last one I made, but it also, let's see, power, gonna have alkaline batteries, which cannot be recharged. That seems like a problem. These are, by the way, large. The small ones only have 20 kilowatt hours of stored power. So we cannot use too many wheels, and we cannot use only 1 or 2 of the batteries. We need like 9 or 8 or 18 of those to have a meaningful lifespan of the batteries. This is gonna be a struggle. But yeah, they are in this list. You cannot just do them separately somehow. This we need. Then we probably need cargo and a modular cargo container. Even though they take aluminium, we need it. All of them take. We could do this. Yeah, we're gonna do this one. No, we can't. And this one is larger. So we're gonna have just a scaffolding of this one on the back for a while until we get aluminium. We need a metal detector, which is the same as an ore detector. It has 200 meters range. So it should be working fine. Need a control seat. Which one do we want? Someone in this one. And we want, what else do we want? We cannot charge it, so it doesn't matter if we put on a connector or not. We can just drive up close to base and empty like that. Oh yeah. Let's just get these two. We don't need more, I think. Let's put this and this. This is all we need, I think. Maybe I missed something, but that's for the next episode, because this episode is over. We did do a lot less than last time. That was also because there was a lot of separate things we need to do. We had no resources for them to be built in one go. Also, we ran out of iron, which is also not ideal. And that thing is close by, so next time we run there. And well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was a lot less than we did last time, so it may have been a lot more boring for many of you. I hope it was at least enjoyable enough for you to subscribe. Oh, and we already have our energy. Where are we using that energy on? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed enough to subscribe, to like, and to maybe come back in the future, because I really enjoy people coming back to things I want to share. I want to share this experience, because I never played through an entire Industrial Overhaul game, or a Space Engineers game at all in 900 hours. Woohoo! Maybe I can make this the first. Well, I hope you guys like this episode, and please like, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. See you there.